What's up guys, Ashtinho Plays here and welcome back to the FIFA 16 Sheffield United Career Mode series, and today we have another 3 games, starting off with the FA Cup replay against Bournemouth away, which if we win we're through to the FA Cup 5th round, and then rematches against Chelsea and Arsenal in the Barclays Premier League, both of whom we beat earlier in the season. So yep, here is the team, a strong one that is going to face Bournemouth to try and take us to the 5th round safely. Now, in the last game we drew 2-2 and they were 2-1 up at one point, so it's going to be a difficult one during the week, and yeah, I mean, it remains to be seen whether we will come out on top. So as you can see here, we're just building up to the game with the skill game. Now, I mean, hopefully Dicko's finishing is better than that during the game, and hopefully it's considerably better than this as well. But I mean, I guess it is just a training drill, and often the dress rehearsal is never as good as the real thing. So, yeah, we'll see about that. And Tomlin, who scored twice against us in the previous match, will be a threat again. And here in the early stages, Ambrose is running through, and we find ourselves an opening. Burns has the shot, and it's well saved. And already we were threatening in the early stages. But Bournemouth on the attack here, a neat passing move, and they get the shot away eventually. It has to be saved by Darlow and it's kept at 0-0. But here, this, how on earth it's kept out, I don't know. The rebound looked destined for the goal, and then it crashes off the bar. I don't know how they didn't put it in the back of the net. But thankfully for us they didn't. We survive and it's 0-0 at half time. So a relatively dull second half. But here at the end, Aaron's on the right hand side, swapped wings. He shoots and Dicko pounces on the rebound. And unlike them, we do take our rebound chance. And we punish them for missing their chance earlier in the game. It's 1-0 with not very long left to go in the game, and we look to be heading through. And then with legs tiring as we try to close out the game, Ambrose is under pressure, but he gets past, no one's stopping him. And he eventually has the shot. It's not dealt with properly, and he heads it over the line for 2-0. And that is that. In the 90th minute, we seal it for the 5th round. And after twice being forced to have replays in the first 2 rounds that we've played in this tournament, we've managed to get there in the end. And hopefully this will be the last time we have to do a replay. But you never know, we might still have to do a few more of them. But yeah, I mean, that remains to be seen. So, for now we can forget about the FA Cup, and we are now going to have 2 games against Arsenal and Chelsea. But here, just quickly at the end, I am showing the end of the January transfer window, in which we didn't do anything, but that's because I want to wait until I can get better players in the summer who would be more value for money. Because some of the players I could get now wouldn't be as good as ones I could get later on. And I don't want to scrimp on quality just for the sake of signing someone. So, yep, for now, we are not going to sign anyone. And because we're a midweek game, we are going to put Agard in the team just so that Ambrose can have a bit of a rest. We're playing with Showers, which in real life would usually work against Arsenal because they don't like unsavoury weather conditions. But, I mean, on this game, that's not usually the case. It doesn't seem to have majorly that much of an effect, so yeah, I mean, it should be a fairly normal game, and hopefully we can do the same as what we did earlier in the season to upset them when we beat them 2-1. So, yeah, a repeat would be very nice, but it'll be very difficult to get.
This should be a great game, and we're off and running.
So in the early stages of the game, or should I say in the 20th minute in fact, we have our first major chance, and it's a bit of a tame effort from Aaron's. Pretty much summed up the pace of the first half, not a lot going on. Arsenal here had their first opening at the other end, and it was a tight angle, but we didn't get it out, so the keeper had to save that one. And then here, Oxlade-Chamberlain wins it back, puts the cross in, and we don't deal with it. Giroud nearly finishes that one, but again it is well saved. And in the late stages of the first half, we look as though we might have a chance here, but it goes a bit wide and the angle is not very friendly to Talisso, who's trying to finish that one. But he hits the post, so it's 0-0 at half-time. I mean, it's finally poised, and there is every chance we can go on to beat them. But, I mean, that we have been in similar positions before, so... here in the early stages, it's not even the early stages. I keep assuming it is because we're just starting after half time. But the first opening in the second half came here with them hitting the post. It took them a while to get going, but they had that chance and really should have put it away. And then here up the other end, Agard picks up the ball. He passes it back to Talisso. And it is an amazing block to stop the rebound. Like, honestly, most teams would have let that in, but Arsenal get a man on the line and they block it. So a miraculous block to maintain the 0-0 draw for them, and it is a point for us. So we didn't lose it, considering that Arsenal are breathing down our necks and trying to nick our position off us. So yeah, we now go into our trip to Stamford Bridge. And this is one of many rewards for getting into the Premier League this season, getting to go to all of the big stadiums around the country. So, yeah, this is the lineup we're going to go with. We're putting Ambrose back into the team. And the team is not fully fit, but we're still sort of recovering from the busy schedule, which is just about ending now. And, yeah, we are away at Stamford Bridge, so it's going to be quite the occasion, and hopefully we can live up to the occasion and get a win. And last time, if you remember, we played Chelsea in episode 4 of season 3. It was a thrilling 4-3 win for us, and we went ahead, we went behind, went back ahead, got pegged back, and eventually managed to come out on top 4-3. It was an absolutely enthralling game, but lightning doesn't strike twice, and I wouldn't say this one's going to be as entertaining. So in the early stages of the game, we managed to set ourselves away on the attack, and on the left hand side we cut in. Looked like we have a lot of space, but it's all a bit scrappy in the end. However, Dicko should still find the net there, but we don't, and it stays at 0-0. So Chelsea had their first free into our half here, and here they get themselves a chance for the header, but it's not quite on target. So at half time it was 0-0, and yep, it's pretty much the same as the last game, and a lot of games have been 0-0 at half time recently for us, which is a bit unusual, but I guess that's just the way it is. So as the second half progresses, we had a difficult position there with the throw-in, and I didn't really see how we're going to get out of it. But we do get out of it, and that shot has to be saved, or else it was going in. But then Chelsea here, right at the end, they're chasing Manchester United at the top of the table, and they take the lead. It's taken them a while to break us down, but they've done it, and Loic Remy scores the goal to put them 1-0 up. And they needed that because they are second place in the table, breathing down the necks of top or first place, whatever you want to call it, Manchester United. So yeah, the title race for them is right on, and that was a crucial win for them that they had to get. So in the end of the day, we are outdone by Chelsea there, and we lose our game at Stamford Bridge by 1-0. So we've had a rough patch at the moment, and we're probably going through one of our most difficult phases of the season. But we've come out of it pretty well. I mean, we're still 6th, finally poised, and looking good to have a good finish to the season. So I'm pretty happy with the way we've dealt with a very congested period of fixtures, and we are still right in contention for a good season. So anyways, that is the end of this episode here. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.